Good morning, my dear lovely students. Today we are going to revise rounding of numbers to nearest 10, 100 and 1000. What is rounding of numbers? When we are not sure about the exact number, we use the approximate number. It gives a rough estimation of the number. We can also say that the number has been rounded off. It means we can round off a number to the nearest 10, 100 and 1000. For example, if I ask you that how many birds are flying in the sky, you don't know the exact number, or you cannot count the number of birds flying in the sky, right? So, many of you may say that 15 birds are flying in the sky, or near about 20 birds are flying in the sky. So, what you all are doing? Are you just guessing the number? Yes, you are guessing the number. But why? Because it is quite difficult to tell the exact number of birds which are flying in the sky. That is why you rounded it off to the nearest convenient number and told me the approximate figure, which is very close to the real value. This is called rounding off numbers. First of all, we will revise rounding off to the nearest 10. To round off a number to the nearest 10, look at the digit at the ones place. If the digit at the ones place is 4 or less, then place a 0 at the ones place and let the digit at the tens place remain as it is. And if the digit at the ones place is 5 or more, then place a 0 at the ones place. Also add 1 to the digit at the tens place. Now let's solve the example of round off to the nearest 10. Here the number is 86. Now we have to round off this number to the nearest 10. So what we need to do? We need to compare the digit which is at the ones place with the number 5. Here the digit at ones place is 6. So we can see 6 is greater than 5. And I told you if the digit at ones place is 5 or greater than 5, in that case you have to round up, means the digit at tens place will increase by 1 and the digit at ones place will replaced by 0 and the rounded number will be 90. Now we will revise how to round off to nearest 100. To round off a number to the nearest 100, look at the digit at the tens place. If the digit at the tens place is 4 or less than 4, then place zeros at the tens and ones place. The digit at the hundreds place remains the same. And if the digit at the tens place is 5 or more than 5, then place zeros at the tens and ones place. Add 1 to the digit at the hundreds place. Let's solve an example. Here the number is 329. As we can see, number 9 is at ones place, 2 is at tens place and number 3 is at hundreds place. To round off this number, we have to compare the digit which is at the tens place with number 5. So here number 2 is at the tens place and we need to compare number 2 with number 5. And we can see number 2 is smaller than number 5. In this case, the digit at hundreds place will remain same and the digit at tens place as well as the digit at ones place will become 0 and the rounded number will be 300. Now it's a time to revise rounding off to the nearest thousand. To round off a number to the nearest thousand, look at the digit at the hundreds place. If the digit at the hundreds place is 4 or less than 4, then place zeros at the hundreds, tens and ones place. Keep the digit same at the thousands place. And if the digit at the hundreds place is 5 or more than 5, then place zeros at the hundreds, tens and ones place. Also add 1 to the digit at the thousands place. Now we will solve an example related to it. Here the number is 4926. As it is clear, number 6 is at ones place, 2 is at tens place, number 9 is at hundreds place and number 4 is at thousands place. To round off this number, we have to compare the right side digit of thousands place with number 5. Number 9 is greater than 5. In this case, the digit at thousands place will be increased by adding 1 and the digits which are at hundreds place, tens place and ones place will be replaced by 0 and the rounded number will be 5000. So my dear lovely students, I hope it is clear to all of you now. So get ready to solve revision worksheets and score full marks. All the best.